Hey everyone, welcome back to another Painting with Jay. As always, my name is Jay, so grab a brush, grab some models, grab some paints, and paint along with me. Let's rid our world of unpainted models. Yes, I'm back, and sorry it's been a little while, I've been really busy. I'm going to talk about that in today's video. But yeah, we'll talk, and keep painting as always. I'm now working on some Imperial Knights. I'm done painting my Space Marines, and in this one I'll be working on 3 smaller Knights, and then once these guys are done, I'll be working on the bigger Knights. I haven't assembled them yet, but I'm excited. I'm hopefully finish the Knights during the winter time. Maybe by February have the Knights done, February or March, and then start painting my next army. I think this is going to be a really fun, busy year coming up in 2020. But we're going to have fun. So let's get started. As always, shout out to Cody Rue and Adam. You missed a spot. Hey everyone, welcome back to another Painting with Jay. It's been a while, so I'm going to talk about life and stuff and whatever's going on. I'm working on 3 armigers. Yeah. So 3 smaller Knights. Right now. They are in my, I think the yellow balance is okay with this. Otherwise I'll work on it for next time. I'm in a new room today with new lighting as well. So I gotta work on my lighting, my white balance. We'll see. So I'm working on, they're all in a Hawk Shroud color scheme, which is cool. I like my Hawk Shrouds. They have cool rules. And so today I'm going to work on the metallics and maybe the reds, and we'll keep going. We're going to keep maybe the brasses. I just need to grab a couple paints, but that's okay. And as you can see, I'm pretty far along. These are the tops. The legs I've already done. I just painted them separately, so makes it a little easier to put them back together and to get all the nooks and crannies of painting them. So right now I'm just going to do a quick kind of overbrush just to pick up on the raised areas on the armor. What I did was I used shades to create a few different tones on this model. Like I used for the lower armor parts, I used a combination of colors from Metalsmith, the Badger Metallics line that you can create your own metallics, and I went with a bluish cold. I went with a cold silver, and then for that part, I hit it with a blue-black shade, so non-oil and Drakenhof Nightshade. For the armor trim, I painted it with just lead belcher, and then just a blue shade, and now I'm just going to paint some silver to make it really bright. I really want the silvers to be cold because it's a nice warm yellow, right? It's a nice bright yellow, contrast with the black, of course. And I really just wanted some contrast, some cold on it. There we go. Which is cool, as you can see. Yeah, I'm working on these 3 right now. I'm painting some Imperial Knights. I've not done a lot of painting lately, to be honest. And the painting I've done is primarily airbrushing, right? Because these Knights are perfect for airbrushing. They're big, they're nice flat surfaces. You can just kind of load your brush up and go to town, which is nice. It saves you a lot of time. It really saves a lot of time and creates a nice result. So, yeah, I'm going to do a quick dry brush in a second of the rest of the silver areas now that I've done the armor trim. But yeah, it's been a busy last few weeks, to be honest. For my job I was studying, I had to write another certification, so that took a bit of time. I passed it, yay. And now I'm writing my next certification in either January or February, depending on how I feel. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. We'll see. And it's been a busy last few months. As I said, I switched my rooms in my house where I'm doing my painting. It's all one room now. Instead of having 2 rooms, one for my battle reports, one for my painting, I combined them. That way we could get a little more usability in the house. Another room that we could use. That's okay. It's nice, you know. What else? Yeah, as I said, I'm pretty much set for Christmas. My vacation begins this week. You know, it begins this week, so it'll be good. I can't wait for my Christmas vacation just to relax. Work has been taking up a lot of my time lately. That and studying. And yeah, and I've been painting where I can. You know, obviously, as you can see, I've done some work. I've finished the legs in these guys, and I'm going to be done the bodies in probably about a week. You know, and then I'll base the models. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for basing. I'm thinking maybe just taking some parts of an old building that I have and breaking it up and putting that on the bases so that it just creates a bit of, you know, interest. You know, some scene on the bases, which is good. There we go. Look at that. So the silver's done. I have a nice brush. I really like that. And then the arm. So I'm gonna do after. I gotta re-hit it with a shade just to cover up. I made a little overspray. I fixed it now, but I just gotta hit with a shade and then clean it all up. So for the arms, what I did was I hit it with the original base coat was Metalsmith, so I did a cold Metalsmith metallic, blue black shade, and then a dry brush of just lead belcher, just to keep it nice and dark. And there we go. Cool. So I'm working on 2 Helverins and 1, or I forget their names. 1 Melta guy, 2 autocannon guys, which is cool. And as you can see, they're all coming along. I've hit the point where now I'm done all the airbrushing, so now it's easy just to, you know, take out the brushes and start doing all the other areas. I've been in my spare time as well. I've been trying out the new. They're called Death Mask stencils from Death Ray Designs, and I have to say I'm very impressed. I'm making a video. It should be out in the next week or so, hopefully. I just want to try out a few scenarios, and it's been a lot of fun. They are very cool. Where are they? Ah, they're over there. It's okay. I'll keep painting. But I'll show them the video, the results. The stencils, they're very nice. They stick well. They don't rip off the paint, I found. They do a good job. And Death Ray Designs, I really like them. So go check out Death Ray Designs if you ever want some cool, whether they're sticker stencils, basically. So you cut them out, adhere them to the model, and you're good to go. And they're cool. I find that they work better, of course, on flat surfaces, which makes sense. But they can work on rounded surfaces as well. I'm looking forward to just taking a break from work for a week and a half. I have a week and a half off. So to me, this is vacation. All right, this is vacation. And it's going to be fun. It's going to fix my brush. It's starting to split. I might pick up some new brushes in the new year. I've had these ones for about 2.5 years now. They've lasted me well. I take good care of them, but they're just really starting to split. And yes, I do have a brush cleaner. I can definitely try to bring them back. But yeah, as I said, it's been fun. I'm excited to have these. So I'm all done my Space Marines, as you can tell. I did not end up picking up any repulsor executioners. Maybe one day. The thing is with a repulsor execution, you kind of need 2 or 3. If I was running a competitive list, what I would do is actually run 2 repulsor executioners. But 3 Vindicators. I like them. I tried them out the other day. I've been playing a couple games against Dave at his house. So they weren't filmed, but they were a lot of fun. Just trying the new Space Marines and a couple combinations of them. I like the new Vindicators. They're good against, you know, armored things. Against troops, yeah, it's not really their niche. But the D6 shots really does help. I find it really does help. You know? So, that's not bad. So 3 Vindicators would have 3 D6 shots per turn. Yeah. What else? Yeah, it's been a crazy year. I'm hoping to maybe get one more painting with Jay in before the end of the year. That'd be nice. Sum up the year. It's been a pretty tough year, a testing year, professionally and personally. It has been. It's been a year of a few sacrifices and some sadness, and that's okay. You know, that's life. Life happens, and not all years can be equal for happiness. However, you know what? I still have my girlfriend, and we're still together, and we help each other through tough times. Let's just say that, you know. I should lighten up this guy's face as well, or sorry, this one. But yeah, it's life, you know. And this is a time of year where you're thankful for everyone in your life. And I know it's Thanksgiving as well, but you know, it's the holidays. It really is. And you're thankful for, you know, those who've made an impact in your life. I went and saw the Mr. Rogers movie. It was good. It's only been nominated for, I think, 1 award so far, which is Best Supporting Actor for Tom Hanks. He's good. We'll see if he wins. Yeah, we'll see. I'm looking forward to Star Wars, of course. This weekend is Star Wars and Cats. I'm not going to go see Cats, nothing against it, but I'm not a big Andrew Lloyd Webber fan. I'm definitely going to see Star Wars. I haven't bought my ticket yet, so maybe I'm not going to see Star Wars. Maybe I'll have to see it next Monday or Tuesday or whatever. I guess Christmas is Wednesday next week, so... yeah. But yeah, it's going to be good. I'm going to be driving a bit certain days to see my family. I live not that far, but a few hour drive from my family. 3 to 4 hours, depending on the person. And yeah, so it's a bit of a drive, but I have to make the commute because I'm the one, you know. Everyone else lives pretty close together. So I commute. That's okay. My girlfriend's side, we're actually hosting that Christmas. So that'll be nice. I don't mind hosting. I love cooking. So it'll be good. I make my turkey. Yeah, it'll be really nice. I always have to remind myself to thaw the turkey like 5 days ahead of time because it's a 20 to 25 pound turkey. So I set a reminder, of course, on like the 20th. And yeah, it'll be good. So let's finish the dry brushing of this guy. And then next I will probably start the bronze areas. Might as well start the bronze then next. But as you can see, the colors are starting to come in. Like it's you know, I'm not going to paint that many more colors on this guy. It's going to be nice and simplistic color scheme. But yeah, it's going to be cool. I can't wait to have the knights done. I have 3 more knights after this. I have 3 small knights and 3 big knights to paint. So the 3 small knights are these 3, obviously. And then I'll finish basing them. And then I have a Castellan. I had to eventually, right? I bought the Apocalypse set, right? So it came with these 2 dudes and the Castellan, and then I have a Renegade set. So I'm probably going to paint one as a... don't even remember their names. One is the guy with the 2 guns, one the guy with the 2 arms. I'm starting to lose my mind here with this. Crusader is one of them. And I was going to say Gaston, but whatever it is. Yeah, all good. All good. As I said, we're gonna have fun and paint them over the next couple months. It'll probably take me the next 2 months probably to finish the 3 of them. So probably by the end of February, because I'm going to be studying for my next test as well. I'll be done Knights, and then I'm going to start my next painting army and keep going. This is probably the year. I think this is it. I'm going to say that. I think 2020 is going to be the year that I finish up all my models. At least all my 40K models. And then what I'm going to do, I don't know. People have asked me, what do I plan on doing once I've hit this point? To be honest, I'm playing it by ear. I don't... so I'm taking some Brass Scorpion, and I'm going to paint... just the exhausts for now. And once I'm done with the guns later as well, I'm going to work on the guns and some symbols and stuff, but that's okay. I don't know. As I said, I'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. It's kind of the wargamer's dream to have all painted models. I bet I can just keep going to my workshop area and just keep finding more models. Maybe go back and finish up some partially done ones, but I think as I said, my orcs are pretty much done. I think I found a Carnifex the other day. Yeah, I did. I found a Carnifex that was broken and partially assembled. So maybe I'll go back and work on one of those, that situation. But it's been good. My dedication, and I'm hoping that you all in internet land are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel too. It's not close, right? I'm probably going to be done late summer, fall at this pace. But it's really cool to think about the amount of painting that I've gotten accomplished. Maybe I'll paint other people's models. Maybe I'll take a break from painting. Maybe I'll paint some models that I've just wanted to paint that don't play for a game. We'll see. Pros and cons. I really wanted to paint a bust of Nemo from War Machine. And I was going to do it for the crystal brush this year. I was actually going to slow down and paint it really well. I'm going to do that regardless. But not for the crystal brush, because the crystal brush is no longer at Adepticon. I signed up for Adepticon, by the way. I'm not a VIG. That's okay. I signed up for Adepticon. I'm excited for Adepticon. Yeah. That'll be fun. I'm looking forward to Adepticon, of course, catching up with all my friends, my American friends, some of my Canadian friends. It's turning out nice. Look at this. Yeah, look at that. What I love about these painting with J's is just you sit down, I talk, and after an hour, or 45 minutes to an hour, models are looking good. As I said, I'm hoping to have these done by the end of the year. Maybe I'll make one more painting with J on them. Get them done, and then start assembling the big guys. The big boys. Perfect. And so I'll paint the arms and the body later. I just got to touch it up. Looking forward most just catching up with family during the holidays. I love giving gifts. I don't care about the gift receiving as much, honestly. I'm not trying to hear sound magnanimous or anything, but you know what? I don't need a lot in this world, other than thousands of 40K models. But I don't. I really don't. And the more I think about it, the less I feel I need. And so I'm a very tough person to shop for. I tell my family that if they're going to get me something, get me an experience thing, like a gift certificate to a movie theater. Because then my girlfriend and I can go and see movies and have a good night. And that's what we more care about, I don't have the newest iPhone. I don't have the second or third or fourth newest iPhone. And I don't care. I just... And so that's it. I care more about the experiences. I tend to buy, most of the time I buy my girlfriend for her birthday experiences. Like last year we went to the Chris Stapleton concert. She loved it. It was a very good concert. I liked it too. I liked it a lot too. Chris Stapleton's a very good artist. And that's kind of what I focus on. And so I love the gift giving. And for this year I think my gifts are good. I think people are going to enjoy the gifts I bring, and that's kind of the important part. As I said, the lighting is really... I think the lighting will be okay for this video, but I'm going to try it, just for curiosity. No, it's okay. As I apologize if the white balance is off and it looks a little green or something, but it's just because I'm in a new room, and there's a lot of different light sources in this room, and I got to figure out the white balance. You guys might be like, why are they putrid green? Hawkshroud. That's not the case. Not the case at all. Yeah. And as I'm not buying that many new models or anything this year because I've been actively trying to rid my world of unpainted models. I did buy the Apocalypse kit because it was a very good deal, and I really wanted to get some of these knights in, so it made sense in that case. But I haven't made that many purchases. This year I've painted significantly more models than I've bought. And again, like all my old orc models are now painted, which is huge. That was kind of the army that was the most sitting on my shelf. My Space Marines were relatively newer models, because most of it was Primaris, right? So most of that stuff was relatively new on my shelves. My next army I'm not even going to talk about yet because I haven't decided what army I'm painting yet. Once again, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So essentially I have two more big armies and then Grey Knights. I have like 10 models left to paint for Grey Knights. And I'll paint Grey Knights last. Because to be honest, I've played Grey Knights a few times, they're fun. But, oh dude, they suck. And I know they just got some points decreases in the chapter Approve recently. But, doesn't matter. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be pessimistic or anything. I like, and I don't play to win. I don't play to win. I just, with Grey Knights, it's just like, you get tabled. You bring them to a tournament, you're probably not going to last a turn or two. The thing is, Grey Knights have just so many flaws. I should make a video. I was thinking I should make a video one day talking about how to fix Grey Knights. And it's not that hard. They just need like 5 things to be fixed. 6, 7, 8, 10 things. 14 things to be fixed. 18 things to be fixed. I'm kidding. A lot of stuff to be fixed. But, yeah, they suck. That's okay. It's what happens, I find, in each edition. That first codex tends to be the feeler codex, like, hey, let's not go too overpowered out of the gun. And then after like 3 months, you realize, wow, this codex is weak, and that happens, you know. For all my fellow orc players back in the previous edition, oh my goodness, it was a dark time for us. 2 down. And as I said, the next part I'm going to paint after this, I'm going to touch up all the arms and the body. I just need to hit it with some shading. The problem is where I'm painting, it's really awkward, so I'm painting the top part first, and then the guns. Let me just see here. For those of you who don't know, let me just adjust that. Let me see if I can adjust the white balance here. That looks pretty white, I'd say so. Let me see here. As I said, I'm kind of... Yeah, that's not bad. So, this video is called I'm Dreaming of a White Balanced Christmas. Maybe that sounds racist. Maybe I'll just say Merry Christmas to all and to all a good night. Yeah, as I said, that's pretty focused. I'm going to have to, it'll be a little bit of trial and error with these videos. But, cool. As I said, I'm excited to have these Armigers done. Armiger. And get to the big boys. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to bring Knights to a tournament, I think. That's what I want to do. I'm just going to grab my towel. I just... need to refill my palette here. And of course I spilled paint all over myself. But let me just put some more paint in my palette. Yeah, I should bring Knights one day to a tournament. That'd be kind of fun. Not a tournament I'd win, but still I'd have fun. I really do like the fact that they've made Space Marines so viable now on their own. They don't need Knights, because Knights were a crutch, I found, of a lot of Imperial players. They still are. Like, there's still that Castellan list, as people call it, where it's like, okay, I'm going to take a Castellan, and then I'm going to take as many Imperial Guardsmen as I can, and then I'm going to use 100% of the stratagems on the one Castellan. And then, cool, I bubble wrap my Castellan so that no one can touch them. You know. The competitive meta is just going so crazy right now. I find a 40k. I don't play it. I keep up with it though, and I'm aware of what is currently breaking the game. And, you know, it's cool. But it's not for me. Those who play it, awesome. I know, like Scary from Scarred Cast loves it. That's his niche. He enjoys it. I think he plays like a tournament a week. But I see the list and I'm like, that's great. But maybe one day, as I said. But I just have all these models that I want to paint, and I don't want to buy that many new models, especially for I don't play in that many tournaments. I really should. Maybe that'll be my New Year's resolution, to play in a few more tournaments. Bring a new army each time, have a good time. There we go. Cool. So, those guys are all painted for the brass. We're at half an hour mark. So I'll give them a moment to dry and focus a bit on the reds. Let me grab my red paint. Oh, I forgot to grab my Lamy Medium. I'm painting silvers, so I don't usually dilute them with Lamy Medium. Let me grab some Lamy Medium. And then we'll paint the reds on a few areas. And then start painting with shades, and then probably call it a day. You know? Yeah. Cool. So let's paint some red areas. Yeah, let's paint some red. Ooh, this Mephisto red is getting a little... Whatever. Still enough paint. It's getting a little low. I haven't been to the local gaming store in a while. Because again, I've been just painting. So I need to probably, during my Christmas break, I'm probably going to stop by at some point, refill some of my paints. So that way I can keep going at the rate I'm going. Perfect. I'm excited for the new Star Wars. Oh, it better end well. That's all I'm going to say. There's a lot of pressure. I don't think it's going to be as drop-kickly controversial as the last one, which is good. As you can see, a little bit of red, because these are the, it's just a standard Hawkshroud color scheme, you know. And just adds another color. No one can accuse these guys of being 3-color minimum. Well, they're not anyway, as you can see, but there we go. And let me see, I probably should paint the eye red. Yeah, let's do that too. I need a smaller brush. Yeah, I hope so. It's been the end of the last, 5 years has been awesome. 4 years, I guess. This new trilogy has been exciting. I was just reading up the other day. Now, it probably won't happen, is the key. But right now, Keanu Reeves Day, basically, for like 2021. Look this up. Right now, John Wick 4 and The Matrix 4 are currently set for the same weekend. But it's expected that John Wick 4 will probably be shifted, because it's more of a harder date set for The Matrix 4, but it's like a loose date, you know what I mean? Like they set a date, and then they start production, and they move the date when the production gets, delayed and stuff. So it looks like John Wick 4 will probably be the one out of the two of them that gets moved. But still, imagine that happened. People's brains would be melting. And I don't know why they would do that, frankly. If they both ran against each other, it'd be really cool to have like a Keanu Reeves weekend. But you know that the movies would suffer. You know that. And I think The Matrix would be the one that suffers more out of the two, because John Wick is still going, and it still has, it's more relevant to these. It's been up for a few days, for these days. It's more recent. I think it's better. The first Matrix was really cool and groundbreaking, and then another two, yeah. But so I think the Matrix. What is that? Something is hanging my shot. Huh. Interesting. That. I don't know. Some weird shadowing going on. Weird. There we go. Cool. Cool. I've been cutting down my Facebook lately. I really don't like Facebook. Then I occasionally check up just to see, how's it going for some people. What's new and exciting. I do use it for that every now and then, but I hate Facebook lately. I'm done. Facebook's kind of just... I feel like Facebook is just a group of people trying to trigger each other. And Facebook allows it. And all the fakeness on it. And I'm not going to be a Donald Trump and say fake news repeatedly. But the amount of just fake stuff that's just trying to trigger people is getting out of hand. If you just stop and think, if you hear anything on Facebook, take a step back, think for a second, why would this occur? And then look up the source, and I think you'll feel better. That's it. Because it's such garbage of quality of information on Facebook. Now, obviously, I really do like Facebook for the checking up on family members and friends, and you see pictures of their of their families, and they're doing these trips, which is really cool, and they're enjoying this. Or there's some people going through some tough stuff, and I really do like to keep up with them and see how they're doing, and that makes sense, right, to me. But then the problem is, on top of all that crap, not crap, that's the good stuff. There's so much crap that just Facebook just promotes, and it really annoys me that the stuff that people get away with posting, and I'm sorry, it's a lot of it's just political views that I don't really have much insight on or input. Like right now, there's a whole lot of Brexit stuff and impeachment stuff, and for Trump, and gun stuff, and Canada just had its election. But I don't like it anymore. So people have been trying to message me on Facebook. Sometimes I don't respond. I haven't been responding in a while because I haven't been checking Facebook. I deleted it off my phone. I check on my computer every now and then. But, and I post occasionally. But mostly just I post updates on my family and wish people happy holidays or happy birthday. I don't perpetuate this negativity on Facebook, and I don't perpetuate these lies. And that's what a lot of them are. They're not truth. They are just made up crap trying to trigger people and anger people. And I just don't have time in my day anymore to focus on that stuff. I don't. I'm busy. And I don't want to spend it trying to look up facts after hearing something on Facebook. So, Yeah, I'm, I don't know. What are your thoughts out there in internet land? Do you still like Facebook? I do know that some of my viewers, and that's okay, it's whatever you want to use it for. Some of my viewers are the perpetuators of this negativity. Not many of them. In fact, most of them aren't. But I get it. You know what? A lot of people are very strong viewed about their politics and their who they support, and it makes sense, right? It all makes sense. People are passionate about these things. And, I don't like the negativity. I don't like the lies. I'm gonna grab some Agrax Earth Shade and give a shading to the brass areas. Agrax Earth Shade. Let's shade these two areas. And probably call it a day. We're at 40 minutes. These parts are going to take a little while to dry. As you can see, I'm well on the way of painting these guys. And that's going to be awesome. I'm excited to have these done. The other thing I've gotten a few questions about, might as well have 5 minutes to talk about it, is what do I think about the whole Miniwargaming situation? About their, they recently reached out to the community and was like, hey, dudes, we need even more support. I don't know. I don't really know what to think. Obviously, it's that they make a lot of money, but they have apparently a very high cost of business. It's not like they're going to go out of business anytime soon. It's just they're going to start running a red line. And Matt is really analytical, and Matt does not want to run in the red every month because eventually you will run out of money if you run always in the red without without the black being in the near future. So people are probably going to be laid off. People are probably going to lose their jobs at Miniwargaming because they're running in the red. And it's apparently due to the fact that that's the problem. And as I mentioned this 1,000 times in my videos, that's the biggest problem. Now, Miniwargaming is one of the most autonomous companies in our niche, right? They're autonomous in the sense that they run their own website. However, they're not fully autonomous. And when you rely on someone else, you leave yourself susceptible to this. I've had this problem, and I know a bunch of other YouTubers that are having this problem, or will have this problem, or have had this problem. The biggest problem is when you rely on someone else, right? You are at their mercy. If you rely solely on YouTube, if you rely solely on Patreon, if you rely solely on, this case, Vimeo, for Miniwargaming, you run the risk. Now, it may not ever happen, but it happened to me, right? I was making most of my income when I was doing just videos. Most of my income was from my paid YouTube channel, The Warp, and then YouTube killed the program, so I killed The Warp. It's still up, and I think you can watch painting airbrush videos on it, but and it hurt. Just like if I know there's a lot of people out there right now that are relying on Patreon. And if Patreon ever changed their program, they would have to adapt because they rely solely on Patreon. And Miniwargaming, who is very close to autonomous, as I said, they most of their stuff is their own. They still use Vimeo. And they use Vimeo for the vault, and they use a lot of Vimeo, right? They think about how many videos Miniwargaming has. And it's tough because Miniwargaming has a lot of videos, so they've been using up so much. And Vimeo's like, hey, dudes, you use a lot of our service. You rely on us heavily. We need, because essentially that Vimeo is like one step behind in front of them. Like, hey dudes, you're costing us a lot of money. We need you to pay more. And that's their situation. And the thing is, though, right now, the market is flooded with amazing content. Flooded. There are so many very good YouTubers out there in our niche. Like, when I got into making videos, it was Miniwargaming, 5 others, and like me and a few other smaller ones, right? And I'm still like a medium channel. But there are a lot of really, really good battle report creators. There are a lot of really, really good painters. And now a lot of the painters I find are just quitting their jobs and doing painting full-timing and painting videos. And the market is flooded with them now. And you know what? I can honestly say my videos are probably not the best. I do get something out of my videos. I hope people do still get something out of my videos. But my videos aren't probably not the best painting tutorials. My videos are not the best battle reports. But I hope they have an entertainment quality to them. But in Miniwargaming, I'm going to honestly say, I know their content. It's not the best video out there. There are some smaller YouTubes right now with some amazing quality, both in battle reports and some painting tutorials, which is good, right? We have inspired the new generations to make videos. And these days, of course, cameras are cheaper and everyone can make videos, which is cool, right? But this surplus of video makers is constantly just dividing the pie even more and even more and even more, and it's getting thinner and thinner slices. And Mini Wargaming has even felt it, right? And that's it. Mini Wargaming's like, hey, we need more of your support. They have the most support in the community, and they're running the risk of laying off employees because, again, the pie is small in our niche. Very small. And people pay with one of two things, their time or their money. Right? Time or money. That's all that matters in our niche. If you're a video maker, you're trying to get people to watch your videos, so time, or to maybe contribute to your Patreon, contribute to your paid content, contribute to you, to invest in you, so your money. And there's pros and perks and everything. It's cool. But Mini Wargaming is now feeling it. Those are my thoughts. I don't wish them any badness. I don't. I left on very good terms. I didn't rage quit. I wasn't fired. I moved. And I don't regret moving either. I loved working at Miniwargamer. To be honest, it was a lot of fun, and I hope that the people there continue to work there for a long time. I really like Steve. Steve's a really good guy. I don't really know most of the staff anymore. Obviously, David, Matt, and I think one's named Vito. The staff is turning over a bit, but maybe I'll do one more color. I'll be right back. See if I can find it. Just the blue to do that screen. But I don't wish them any badness. I just think that they're making the problem is with them is they rely on someone else just as everyone else does. And if you're not a completely autonomous being, which is almost impossible in our niche to be, you run that risk. The only thing is with a new workshop setup is not everything is right beside each other. So I do occasionally run the risk of needing to grab something. Purple. If I can't find something in a second, I'm just going to stop filming. But there we go. Found it. Plasma fluid. From the Military Ghost Tint line. I use it for the little window. I figure might as well. It takes a little time to dry. So it's nice to do at this step where you can not have to worry about a few different steps. Everything's drying right now, so I can just take a brush, and that's it. So, you know what? Maybe they're going to get more support out of it, which is good. But the big question is, I wonder that sometimes. Right now, the niche is not growing that much. Like, I think the amount of content producers that are growing surpasses the amount of actual people in the niche. Content producers are, everyone's making videos these days, which is great. It's very cool because with all the new content producers, people are bringing more to the game. Someone's going to bring a fresh new perspective on painting or help people where, some people couldn't help them. It's really cool. battle reports of maybe some new painted armies, maybe some new tactica, maybe, you know, new fresh faces, and it's cool. I really like that. But with these, the bigger people are feeling the crunch because Miniwargaming then has to keep up with an infinite number of content producers that might do a better job. That's what I was going for. That one was perfect. Of content producers that some of them can produce better content. Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, there we go. Look at that. Those are done too. A little drop of plasma fluid. A little window is done. Cool. So, I think we've done enough in this video. As you can see, we finished with the metallics on the bodies. I painted the brass. I'm going to give them a quick highlight later. Going to give the reds a quick highlight later. Painted the cords on the faces. But about probably a couple more hours and these guys are done. So let's end now. So that concludes another Painting with Jay. I really hope you got some stuff done and you're enjoying it and you're having a great year. You're getting all set for the holidays and you're ridding a world of unpainted models. That's what matters here. You know, it's really cool that I'm getting, as I said, I'm seeing the fruits of my labor. It's starting to really, you know, notice that there's not that many boxes left, and these knights are cool. Once they're done, I'll start painting the big knights. Once the big knights are done, start another army and keep going. You know, 2020 is, I think, the year that I'm going to finish. We'll see. I'm going to press on, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm going to work really hard, and we'll see. So, stay tuned for more videos. As always, this is brought to you by my Patreon campaign. Link in the description below if you want to help support my videos. It's because of them that I can keep making these videos. So, huge thank you to my Patreon subscribers. Thank you for watching Painting Along with me. Until next time, this is Jay saying happy painting with me.